things that I've found personally is sometimes links don't work. Has anybody found that? Where you're doing the clicking thing? Are you guys using the scenario stuff where you bounce back and forth?
Yes.
You are, you're not. See, and I hear this, Heather, because some people aren't comfortable with it. Let's go through how it should work, okay? and what it's supposed to do, and then we'll look at that real quick. Is that, Heather, why don't you use it? I think I know the answer kind of, but go ahead.
Why don't I use it? Because I haven't given a workshop in a long time.
Oh, okay, all
I
right.
haven't given a
Well,
workshop since October.
Can you use a clicker for our work? See, for the new workshops, because
not easily.
Not easily. That's my problem. And so I've had some, depending upon the scenario, where I've gone back to old simply because I could take the clicker and I could move through because I knew I was either going to be out in the audience or something like that. I wanted to move along, and so I would take the scenarios and the ones that I wanted and just basically build my own.
And I've done that to it, and I'll talk about that. That's a great.
And I would love to be able to get a clicker that could jump to wherever I want.
Well, the one I have it's actually easier just to use the mouse. I mean, it's so hard to
use this. I'll just go back to my laptop and then.
I've actually gotten to the point where I'm using it now. I'll show you how they're supposed to work. Okay. So what we're supposed to do, now I'll be honest with you, Ruben Douglas. I'll be honest with you. For a while, I didn't take any DGC ones because I was afraid to use it. Like I was like, oh, leadership, I'm there, man, or tick, I'm there because the PowerPoint still works. I don't want to do like it took me a long time before I was really. It's kind of what Heather was saying before I was comfortable. What's supposed to happen is this: we're supposed to jump to the scenario menus, right? And then we're supposed to say, if anybody hasn't seen this yet, well, let's do one on mistakes are okay. And we click that, and when it works, it jumps to the scenario, which is great. And then there's this completely impossible forward arrow to see at the bottom, right? And we have the takeaways. We've talked about it. We've done our 2 minutes or whatever however you present it. I know we all have a lot of variation how we present this stuff. And then we should be able to go back to either the menu or the close of the presentation. Yes?
I just saw something that I haven't seen happen before. When I click on mistakes are okay, go ahead. Those little buttons, those two boxes, they show up on my screen. I don't have to do that arrow thing that you did. Those two. Oh, you just went to the next slide.
I went to the next slide.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and that's confusing though. I mean, it's confusing, and I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you a sec. I'm going to show you how it's supposed to work, and I'm going to show you what to do with your stuff. Yeah. Okay, because I've gotten stuck a lot too. What I did for this Boca Hoops thing was kind of a version of what you were just. It's Mike, right?
Yes.
A version of what Mike said, which was I changed the deck around because of what they want to do to where. Find what I did here. This actually worked better for what they needed in that situation. I can show you how if you care. Was after Elm, so after Mastery Learning, and then we talked about Elm. Then I put the couple scenarios that were germane to what they wanted to do, and I moved the buttons to here. So I would jump back and say, okay, it's a new misplay here. We can jump forward. Then we can jump back to the Elm tool. So I changed that all around. But it was exactly, it's just a cheesier version of what you did, which is to say, I moved the PowerPoint slides around myself. I could help you with that, but it's probably more than we want to cover here.
Could I ask one question on that? When you created this slide, did you simply copy the buttons from the other slide and paste them there?
I did, but then I had to tamper with them too because it changed the slide order. I had to reset them. So basically, what I had to do, I'll give you the short version, but I can always show you the longer if you ever want it. Is I right-click the slide and say edit hyperlink, and I know you can't see it from here. You can pick which slide it goes to, so I had to mess around with that.
Okay.
So that's a good question.
Joe, can you jump to the full menu real quick? The full scenario menu. And this is kind of since we're right here. I got a quick question from a scheduling standpoint for why you guys are all in the room. I had heard once upon a time from someone that 6 of these scenarios is the top end that we can realistically get into a workshop, and that's more often than not what I'll tell someone. Like, we can do up to 6 of these scenarios. For those of you that have been through it, what?
5.
I mean, I'm sure it's different for each person. Thank you. What is a realistic amount for you? How do you think you can get through? What do you suggest to new trainers you think we can get through? What's that?
I'll say this, and I see your numbers coming up here. I'm kind of feeling the same way. For me, the better the workshop's going, the fewer scenarios I get to.
Okay.
Because that's when Now the participants are talking more, the coaches are talking. Hopefully I'm getting a little pushback. I like the pushback.
Yeah.
I know we all get taught how to deal with pushback. I seek the pushback because I think that's when they're thinking and pushing a little bit. So, yeah, you said 3 or 4. I'd say 2 or 3.
6. I'm
Yeah.
sure I told you 6 when we met. And so I know it's different with each trainer, but is that right for me, Ruben, or anyone else? Should I continue saying 6? Is it more feasible to say, hey, we can do 4, maybe 5?
I've never done 6. I would say unless it's customized, like we've done a couple, right?
Yeah.
We have them pick scenarios and we focus on that.
Okay.
But if you do the regular workshop, I would say 4 max.
Okay.
And that's probably stretching it if everything goes well. Yeah.
4's a lot.
Yeah. And then 6 just gets, it kind of becomes, repetitive.
I know
Here's the slide, here's the,
That got ingrained in me somewhere, and it's just stuck there so far, so I think that's a good thing to figure out.
I kind of love, I want to get my workshop content in, don't tell Jim if I ever don't, but I really love it when they're just into what we're talking about and they're engaged and we can, fold some later workshop content into what we're talking about. And then I won't cover that content as explicitly sometimes. So, yeah, that's a great one.
Thank you.